Alright, now we're properly back. And I just noticed that in the future I will need to add another scene to my stream deck. One with video but no webcam, which somehow got lost. But alright, we're back. Yeah, and I guess we're done with Addermeyer Institute. I hope we didn't miss anything important. I tried to be as exhaustive as possible.
Thanks. Let's get back to the ship. Did you find Sokolov? No, but Hypatia was the crown killer. What? I don't believe you. The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her, but there was an antidote, so she's alive. If she remembers the murders, she'll have to deal with that. What about Sokolov? They gave him to a man named Kirin Jindosh. Do you know him?
Everybody knows him. The grand inventor of Serkonos.
Then he's next. Let's hope Anton's all right.
Okay, that was nice. Yeah, we were detected 8 times. Okay, I guess that was all the ether and the one time at the end. Okay, no alarms rung. 3 bodies detect. Oh, of course, that was also the gas, I think. But no civilians, no hostiles killed, so that's good. So where are we? Oh, so this is where we are, I guess. So we're on non-lethal, on the slightly louder side, but overall chaos level low. That's good. That sounds nice. We found 6 out of 6 runes, 1 outsider shrine, 5 bone charms, about half the coins. Jesus. 2 of 3 paintings and 3 out of 4 blueprints. Okay, that's a pity. But okay. The Counter Serum crafted an antidote that freed Dr. Alexandra Hypatia from Grim Alex. Found the basement containing Vera Moray's diary. Yes. Okay, let's continue and see. So yeah, so far I really like this, how the story progresses and how the game game world is presented to you. 4. Dreadful Whale. Talk to Megan Foster about the best way to reach the home of Kirin Jindosh, grand inventor of the Duke of Serkonos. Mesmerize. This supernatural power is versatile, allowing you to assassinate mesmerized enemies or sneak past them while they are unaware. Okay.
In his day, Sokolov was Dunwall's genius. He transformed our city with his inventions. Electricity for the factories and carriages racing along above the streets. As I grew up, his buzzing and glowing devices kept me safe. His stories always made me giggle, and his outrageous conversations shocked aristocrats and overseers alike. Now, all these years later, Kirin Jindosh is Karnaca's genius. A mad inventor who has given the Duke sinister machines that move like people but aren't. Clockwork soldiers that fight and kill. I've got to find out where Sokolov's being held and bring the old man back alive. Rescue one genius and cage the other before he creates an army of clockwork soldiers.
These cutscenes are an interesting stylistic decision. or maybe also, you know, economic decision. Because you know, it's probably cheaper than animating a full scene on the other hand. And especially if you just need like one room, you know, like a 2D painting is basically one texture work-wise. So you can do an entire background in the time it would take you to give one element the right color in a game. The next mission is fantastic. Yeah, I've played a little, like I made one attempt at playing Dishonored 2. And just, you know, got interrupted and never got around to finishing, so that's why I started again on stream to kind of get me to finish it. They're reminiscent of the way Thief did its cutscenes, and I think it's intentional, but also very economical, yes. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's also, you don't, you know, it seems much more realistic, and since most of it provides background, you know, it probably also feels a lot more, you know, nostalgic or, you know, just, you know, calm, like a epic story or something. Whereas if you just saw it like you see it here, it would probably feel a lot more clanky, you know, instead of being stylized. Note from Megan Foster. Dr. Hypatia needed a place to sleep, so I cleared the stuff out of the spare cabin. I was able to sell most of it. Here's what's left of the money. It's not a lot, I know. Whale oil is expensive and under Imperial rationing decree, but you know that. Alright. So I think that's the room we cleared the blocked door from, so that's good. Okay, I think we've read all this. Yes. We've read this, the void. Let's see. Investigating Adamire Institute. This boat captain, Megan Foster, she helped me escape the coup, but she's giving me the side eye. Okay, yeah, we've read that. I'll make her talk. Yeah, that was before, so this is the new one. The Crown Killer is no more. Next, Jindosh. That's a good headline that works no matter how you end the mission. I finally uncovered how my enemies created the Crown Killer. What better way to erode confidence in me before the coup? If I had stopped to think about it for even a few minutes, maybe I could have kept my people's trust. But that would have required patience, and my advisors always remind me that I have none of that particular trait. But to use Hypatia's own serum against her, horrible. There's a more distant storybook quality, which I like. The Witcher 3's animated cutscenes had a similar effect, and even Max Payne's comic book sequences worked like that too. Yeah, that's true. Luckily I've seen all those games played at least, even though I haven't actually played all of them myself. But yeah, it's... I mean, Max Payne's comic book sequences are very... you know, are a lot more primitive, but yeah, it definitely, yeah, it works well, both as a stylistic device and a cost-saving measure. Like, there are games where you would say, you know, you don't, you would rather see the action unfold. Like, I think in Max Payne, it's interesting, but the game would probably have been just as good if they had done proper cutscenes. And I mean, they're basically photo comics anyway. But, and in Witcher 3, Max Payne had in-engine cutscenes too in places, yeah. But, it also had these comic cutscenes, and I don't know. Like, it might have just been like a completely, not effort motivated decision. Where someone just said, we should do these scenes like a comic to give it that style, and then someone else says, you know what? That would also be cheaper. Let's do that. That can always happen. Or sometimes it's just, how can we save money? And then someone goes, hey, I always wanted to do this effect, and that would actually be cheaper. It can be a good combination. But these story connective tissue cutscenes, I think, work better, like punctuation, for being essentially a different medium. Yeah, I definitely here in Dishonored 2, I think it's a really nice thing to have those, especially since she's reviewing her previous mission and her previous life and contrasting it to what comes up. But then you will still experience that place. So, having cutscenes there or something would make it more banal, I guess. And this way it gives it an epic quality, a far off distant 1800s, travel log quality. I like that. It works really, really well here. I'm happy I could find a cure. She's a brilliant alchemist. Now she can continue her research to help the people of Serkonos. I wasn't able to rescue Sokolov. He's been taken elsewhere, to Kirin Jindosh's mansion. He's the inventor of the clockwork soldier, and if he's able to use Sokolov's genius for his own plans, it might be very, very bad. I've seen his killing machines in action at Dunwall Tower. I can't allow Delilah to have such an ally. I'm sure Jindosh takes pleasure in keeping his intellectual rival captive. Well, it won't be for long, if I have any say in it. The Dreadful Whale. What a weird name. It's hard to sleep on this ship, and when I do, my dreams are troubled. Well, I'm awake now and thinking about Sokolov. I remember him at the Hound Pits pub so long ago, trapped like a beast in a cage. He smelled of stale piss and rotting meat, but they couldn't break him. He held on to himself and picked up again as my tutor. Something I needed in the aftermath of my mother's death. Beware of dignitaries bearing gifts, he used to tell me. But I was still a child, and I liked gifts. I thought nothing sounded more pleasant. Now I know better. I also find myself thinking of Callista, my old governess. She always wanted to travel the world on a big boat. Eventually she left Dunwall, then stopped writing a few months later. I wonder what happened to her. Like, if that's a bit of story from Dishonored 1, or if this is related to, or if we will see it here, or if it's just, people drift apart to make the story a little, feel a little more desperate, cold, something like that. Okay, that's the musician book. We've read that. Don't think there's anything else in here.
She's a lot tougher than I expected. Very capable. Am I being dishonest? Everybody's got secrets, I guess. Maybe mine are worse than most. What is it they say up in Tivia? Watch the faces of those who bow the most deeply, or some such. I just want Anton back here, safe and sound. How did that old fool come to mean so much to me? Is it truly possible the good doctor didn't know she was the crown killer? Maybe she just didn't want to.
Okay, is that all of her thoughts? This is one of the, like, yeah, story-wise, you want to find out people's thoughts, get in their heads, you know, but, it makes the people feel weird in this game. Like, especially the guards that are constantly mumbling to themselves, and sometimes not even saying words, you know, just saying, and you just go like, okay, it's good that you're, you know, like, that I hear you, that I know where you are, for gameplay, but for story, it makes it seem like everyone there, is a bit weird. So, I guess we can talk to Megan. Oh, there's the maintenance list. Drain engine room. Another week, another leak. I wasted hours on it and couldn't get it stopped. I'll shut the water off, assuming I can find the crank wheel. Something to deal with once Sokolov is safe. Check bridge tubing, done. Haul down oil, done. Buy onions, done.
Might want to talk to Hypatia before we head out. She's taken one of the rooms. Just for a while, I think. Needed to be away from Adamire.
Yep, that was my thinking. Good.
What did I do? What did I do? All these faces and the Duke's voice lulling me, then feeling her. Oh, you're here.
Hi.
Stay with me a moment.
Let's read her notes. On a boat with friends. I'm on a boat. Look at me. Look at your captain. Look at me again. I'm on a boat, right? That was about how it goes. On a boat with friends. I believe I slept, thankfully without the usual nightmares. Perhaps the sea air does me good. The captain, Megan Foster, brought me some tea earlier. Such an interesting woman. She seemed to understand about my strange, disjointed memories and the feelings of dread that accompany them. As soon as I am able, I must return to Addermire. So much of the last few months seems a blur. What was I accomplishing? What of my research into serums for the Black Spittle? My work was so easily derailed. I can only conclude I was suffering from a complete exhaustive breakdown. I will need time to recover. It's a bit mean that we just pick up stuff and stick it in our pocket. It's interesting that the audiograph actually, that she's playing music with it.
Dr. Hypatia, can you remember anything that might help me? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He could be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Kirin Jindosh. But that man has the empathy of a mantis. He seems to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me, but I owe you for helping me at Adamire. Thank you.
Oh. And here we can get Addermire solution, if we don't have any. Huh. Could actually turn off the music. I didn't do it. I didn't even click or anything. Alright, so I guess we have to do something
Megan
about
must
the
be up
water
on deck.
downstairs. Okay, so Megan is upstairs. That's our room. good. Anything I can do here? Blood of the Abel House. Chapter 4, Introduction. This chapter will focus on Adithia Abel, steward of Coloro. With sword in hand, she swept the marshes of raiders, sacrificing her life for Serkonos. We will provide newly uncovered insights into the exploits of Rabinos Abel, who built the ornate wooden bridges of Sagunto. Follow along as we map out the expansions occurring under the Abels, through which trade routes to the other isles were established, bringing riches to the nation-state. Even as waves of settlers continued to join Serkonos from Morley, the Abels balanced growth against Zirconian culture. In later chapters we will detail the times of Theodonis Abel, true son of Serkonos. Brave and benevolent, he united the East and West as no other before him. Even the rowdy people of Bastillion swore loyalty to him. One isle, one Serkonos united under House Abel. Lastly, we will settle on Luca Abel, who rules today, partaking in feasts and merriments of all kind, bringing joy to our fair isle. Yeah, there was no editing there. I guess it reads a bit like, self-censorship, knowing that if you write something bad about the current Duke, you will get in trouble, so you just write about, like, the only good thing you can say, and write it in a positive light. So I think she wanted to turn off... here is a valve. Oh, and we're missing the crank wheel. Okay. So where is our crank wheel? It's kind of nice and relaxing in between all those tense stealth missions. To go run around on the ship. Just to... I mean, it's a really silly, little thing. Just to keep me running around, I guess.
Ramsay and the Crown Killer. 2 pieces of the puzzle. More to go.
Okay, we can't unlock this door yet.
To think that Callista once spanked me with a wooden spoon.
Looked a little dangerous at first. I was going like, someone turned on the gas. But of course it's just that, like, the whole thing, the fire is just on, and all 3 spots for the pots are now hot. Let's see. Stop the leak. That's what we want to do. Skiff. Here's the Shindere gift book again. Hi, Tony. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, thank you. What's that in German and crank wheel? Oh, something like Drehrad? Maybe, what was the other? I had a flash of a word. Stellrad, I think, is one kind of, but I'm not sure if that's something more specific. Anyway, thank you for the sub, Tony. I hope you will enjoy the emote. and thank you for being here. Yeah, I guess Drehrad or something Stellrad would probably be the German words for crank wheel. Oh. That's a nice little corner where some people apparently played cards. I don't think I noticed that previously. I wonder if that's supposed to mean that Emily and Megan were playing cards here and that they're kind of getting to know each other. Now you can greet as a chat in other channels. Transcript of a lecture in the Academy of Natural Philosophy by Dr. Alexandria Hypatia. Oh, yeah, we've read that one.
That wasn't here before. Botany and diseases.
Wait, what? Is it this book? No, we've read this. So where did she see this one? Clockwork Soldier Basics.
Hypatia did terrible things under the influence of her formula, but she's free now.
Okay. Clockwork Soldier Basics. To all personnel, after last week's disaster, the Grand Inventor Kiran Jindosh circulated the following information related to his Clockwork Soldiers. All Grand Guard personnel should read this report. The Clockwork Soldier is protected by armored wooden plates. If some miscreant destroys these, then there's nothing protecting the vulnerable mechanisms underneath. This boat is so incredibly spacious, you find it very unbelievable. It's bigger on the inside, a TARDIS? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's kind of roomy, but I guess I think it's supposed to be a whaler, right? So I guess it's just driving with a smaller crew. And, but yeah, like, it doesn't really, the storage room, there doesn't really seem to be a storage room. A whole whale fits inside. I guess, technically, don't ask me. I have no idea about sailing. The whaling ships in this game are way bigger. Yeah, I mean, we saw one at the start of the game with that big frame having a whale. This is the dreadful whale, not the dreadful whale. Yeah. It's a fun, punny spelling. If something knocks off the Clockwork's head, the thing will attack anyone it can, ally or not. That means you. Given the expensive optics Mr. Jindosh has provided each Clockwork with, they can see in the front and in the back. Remember that if another one of them goes haywire. If some fool is able to get close enough, there's a small panel on each Clockwork that can be rewired, which will invert their perception of friend and foe. Again, this means you get attacked. Keep these things in mind, and the Clockworks will be an asset, not a liability. 3rd Lieutenant Fiora Diaz. Lower City Technical Office, Grand Serkonan Guard. Okay, so we want to destroy the armored wooden plates if we can, to then get at the vulnerable mechanisms underneath. If we knock off their head, we should make sure we're far away so that the only one who gets killed are nearby enemies or by friendly fire, basically. They can see in the front and the back. We have to remember that we stay above and on their sides. And if some fool is able to get close enough So, and if we can sneak up on one somehow, we might be able to do the friend or foe reversal thing.
With a couple dozen clockwork soldiers, Jindosh changed the Empire. What would he do with an army?
Will Karnaca's mechanical marvels conquer the world?
To reach Jindosh, I'll have to take the carriage through Lower, then Upper Aventa.
Aventa... Okay, so that's all still Karnaca. And that's Addermire, okay. And now we're going up there, okay.
We'll find you, Anton.
Why does Jindosh need Sokolov? Alright. Oh. No, Pandician continent, we've read that. Yeah, the stunning map of the known world. Where did she see? She said that's new. And why did Sokolov paint Delilah? That's also weird. Whale is a type of wood used to build ships. Yeah, it's kind of... I think it's a triple play on words. Like, I think in one of the books we read, it mentioned something about, you know, like you would say a dreadful whale, so W-A-I-L. So that would be like a cry that scares you, that you hear somewhere. And of course it's a play on whales, which are important in that game. And yeah, I guess it's a wooden ship. Also, the name of the ship is an anagram, but don't worry about figuring it out until after you've played Dishonored 1 and all its DLC. Okay, yeah. I actually kind of... even though I haven't finished Dishonored 2, oh, there's the crank wheel. Yeah, I actually looked, saw the DLC for Dishonored 1 in, on the Steam sale, and so went, okay, let's buy that already. It was, you know, it was quite cheap. Press and hold F to turn a crank wheel. Some crank wheels lock when released or when fully rotated and cannot be turned again. Okay. That's a weird sound. Huh, okay. I hope that doesn't do any damage to the ship, but I guess if Megan said, oh yeah, I'll have to turn off the water, then it can't be completely pointless. It's kind of a pity. It's like a general bug, so to say, or flaw, minor flaw in many games, that they often have your character go, oh, there is X. And then, at least I, don't have any idea what they are referring to. And you know, sometimes it's even, you know, it's just if you're at this and that distance, your character will do that shout out, but the problem is, you know, like it's behind the wall or something. So I have no idea where this book or whatever she mentioned that wasn't here before is supposed to be. Let's have a quick check on Anton's room. Another Pandician book that I think we've read about how all his friends died. And yeah, of course he recognized her, that's what we heard here.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Yep. That was Hypatia. Alright, so I guess we're going upstairs now. Oh, what's up here? I don't think we've been here yet. Ah. It's the bridge. The ship doesn't seem very safe. A lot of technology here seems to be sparkling. Oh, here's another crank wheel that we could have used, I guess. So they're kind of going like, no matter where they go, we'll let them find something. Megan Foster's notebook. I'm starting to understand why Anton wanted to go to Dunwall to seek Emily's help. She's impressive. I have to wonder if she's really suited for palace life. Maybe she wonders that herself sometimes. We could have been good friends at a time when I was running across the rooftops like she is now, watching my enemies from the shadows. I just hope she's breathing tomorrow morning, so I can complain when she puts her dusty boots up on the table again. I've lost so many friends. First, my sweet Deirdre. Others along the way, good old Aramis Stilton, who disappeared 3 years ago. And now Anton. Maybe this is my punishment. I'm bad luck. Please, Emily, bring him back. Okay. The Dishonored 1 DLC is very good. Okay, good to know. It sounded interesting what the title and summary gave away, but I didn't look any more closely into it. Can we ring the bell? No? Aww. Dreadful Whale. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Plop. I guess we're going.
Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
No, I'm not ready. It always
right,
gets
let's
so
go.
tense.
All right, let's get underway.
It's a cool little detail that she pulls up that mask. I guess, you know, Corvo has this weird metal mask. I guess if you play as Corvo, he'll probably, you know, lift the mask to his face or something.
Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, and they'll call down the entire city if they find out who you are.
I'll make sure they don't. You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station?
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Corvo taught me the theory.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll get it done.
Emily, take care of this crazy man and his clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
She's really... I like that she goes... Like, she was a bit distant, and now she goes... Gonna bring him back. Oh. What's over there? Raw whalebone. On the lunch plate. I didn't steal anything. It said help yourself, you know. And the music is so beautiful in this game. Really enjoying that. So, black market shop or carriage station? So we can again choose to just go through and try it, or we can get a rewiring tool first. Kind of wonder, could we have bought a rewiring tool before? Because like we came to that other wall of light and we didn't have a rewiring tool. Okay, we could top up our health here, but we're full, which is good. No trespassing. I'm not trespassing. I'm the Empress. I own all of this. After a fashion. Right? Who has this fascination with alarm clocks in this game? Moyer and Son tanning box. Yeah, we've seen those in Edermeyer. Let your body bathe in your own personal sunlight. Curative, life-giving, can't burn. Okay, that's interesting. Is there someone sleeping or something? Okay. This is where we came from, so we didn't miss anything important. Okay, nothing here really. Dee 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 dee. Ah, this music. Just half the mood in this game. It's just having this music.
I just awoke from a dream. Terrible red waves rising up from the ocean, coming to smash Karnaca. I screamed
Bloodfly investigation. Jesus. Why do you have bloodflies everywhere?
Are you, coming tonight?
Nah, not this time.
The downtrodden, the poor and forgotten, mudlarks, beggars, and orphans. Who speaks for them?
Trouble sleeping again last
Between
night.
the flies and the filth.
Maybe I ought to try one of those sleeping tinctures. But they can be kind of pricey.
Okay, that doesn't look too good. Can I... Alright.
Oi, you up for a beer later?
Sure.
Isn't it dinner time yet? Man gets starved on this shift.
Alright. So that's the wall of light we'd have to go through.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow.
Tivian burial urns. All new exhibition. That doesn't look good. Why are you dead? Okay, there's a gate grid before that. What's this noise? It's like this shelf. Oh, there's a bone charm in there. That was the noise. Empress Emily arrested for bone charm stealing, huh? Empress of Dunwall, but you're not in Dunwall anymore. Details, details. The Karnacans don't seem to be overly fond of their colonial overlords. Major Bonville, thank you again for your help. Without you, it would have been impossible to trace the final members of the Grand Guard who were with Stilton that night 3 years ago. The last man had made it all the way north to Maya, if you can believe it, and was recovering at a Tivian asylum for the poor, claiming to have seen all manner of strange things on the night of Stilton's last social gathering. He even described an exotic hooded figure visiting the manor, perhaps someone connected to Stilton's disappearance. Such matters are best left to military men such as yourself, I suppose. I still have your bank agent's name and address. Rest assured your final payment will be delivered soon. I'm also sending a small flask of a liquor that is close to my heart, made from the pomace left over after wine grapes have been pressed. Please think of me as you enjoy. Yours truly, Brianna Ashworth. Oh, did he... Yeah, it looks like he was poisoned. Okay. So whoever this Miss Ashworth is... Ramsay's stochastic eyes. Okay. So... why do the objectives disappear? Okay, I guess... oh, can we get through that window? If we're here anyway... alright, this is where we came from. Alright, wait for it to recharge.
Malcontents are saying that our bridges are crumbling, that people are leaving our cities. But as I look out from the windows of the Grand Palace, I know these are lies. Sarkonis is a land of riches. Yes, some people are poor because they're lazy. It's true that across our capital city there are abandoned buildings full of blood flies. There have always been blood flies.
He's made a dog's breakfast out of the whole thing. And who's got to clean it up? Me, of course, as always.
Once I told her 1,000
You
times.
squeeze out every drop of wine you can, then you pass it to them.
I think she's deaf on her cards.
Put that on my tombstone.
Okay, he's very fatalist. How far I got? A little... like, I got into the Clockwork Mansion and completed a few objectives there. And I think I was on the way out. Basically is how far I got. But I made some mistakes that I didn't make this time, or some different decisions. So it's already in some ways different than it was, as far as I remember. Treatise on the physical existence of that foreign realm. It's a common story. A person has stopped breathing. Yeah, we've read that already. It's a bit sad that they place the same books over and over and, you know, don't make it easier to distinguish what you've already read. Have we done this? I think we've read this. Oh, well, what the heck. These little glimpses of the void in dreams or described by those awoken from comas are not limited to select few. In my interviews I've gleaned that there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This then must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us, but hidden. Some trick of the light or wondrous curtain bars us from fully knowing it. And we all but wait for a natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon, to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What new treasures await us there? Are the lakes made of liquid diamond? The clouds of weightless silver gas? And what things we could learn? Okay, and this one. It is a common story. A person has stopped breathing, pinned under carriage wheels or some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead. But when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. But nonetheless, for a moment or two, this person was lost to us, lost to the world itself. And what did they experience while in this temporary death? Darkness? Nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as so many before have, that they were in a particular place and can describe it vividly. And who among us does not know the place? Have we not all seen it in our dreams? This place we share, in the farthest reaches of our minds, the realm where nothing makes sense, where one is at once both lost and at home. The void. Oh, That's an outsider shrine. Woo! Nice.
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaca. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater, playing music that brought listeners to tears. They probably took it apart, and it has never worked since.
All right. That doesn't sound good. You don't look too healthy. That's not good for your bed. You should see a chiropractor about this. I'm not sure whether I like that, you know, it's good that when you climb through a window you don't jump out of stealth, but if you've never been in stealth you actually end up stealth. And that kind of... it's a bit annoying. Okay, that's another bloodfly house. Yes, it is. Huh. Do I want to go down there? I think I'll try to get to the other building first. Because, okay, so you didn't get as far as my favorite level. Excellent. Yeah. I didn't get that far. Oh. Anyway, what did I want to say? Yeah, let's see if we can get some fire arrows.
Somebody's seen something. Now we're all on edge. My heart can't take much more of this.
Is that... no. I guess we could shoot this to damage the alarm, right? Oop. That's a bit closer to the electricity than I meant. But, okay. Nope, not good. What's that sound? Okay, let's try to get
I gotta get a spare uniform
here. How do I get past? This might work. Luckily no train came by. Don't know if that's out of order or just... I mean, you hear sounds that sound like the train is still in use, but this seems to be closed off. Do we have a map? didn't we have one? No, I guess not.
Gotta get a spare uniform.
Alright. What was that? Looked like, I guess it was just a leaf in the wind. It looked like a person walking in a very roundabout way. And by roundabout way, I meant basically up the wall. Rune or boat charm nearby. Yeah, he probably has one to sell. Again, yes.
If you're not with the guard, I'm happy to serve. I don't know you.
I'm new to Karnaca. I need a tool that can rewire a wall of light, the kind the Grand Guard uses, and I'd prefer not to explain myself.
I can help you out, but not right now. Don't even linger here. I'm supposed to get a visit from Paolo, someone you don't want to meet. Come back later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by.
Can I hide somewhere?
I think he's here. Hide yourself.
Lock it down. This won't take long.
I'm not sure if I'm hidden here, but... Okay, yeah, I don't think that was smart. I think I should have crossed. Ooh.
Hope they all rot in the void, Colin.
I need 8 new cutters, short blades, the good stuff. Morley steel.
I know what you mean.
Do you? Because last time you gave me some backwater foundry garbage that wouldn't hold an edge and snapped against Grand Guard armor.
I got taken on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Lop off maybe 10%?
30. Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the cutters, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the Dust District, a witch empress, and these clockwork soldiers protecting the aristocracy. All bad for business. But if I get my way, Karnaca will be a different city a year from now.
Alright. I don't remember that moment. Okay, you're going back up.
Greetings. I serve with discretion. It's too late to run. I'm begging you, hide until Paolo's gone. He'll hurt you. No money left? I used to own a cafe down at the docks, but the smell of fish blood was stronger than the smell of morning coffee. I had to sell it.
Okay, I think Polo's gone, right? So... gear... crossbow bolts... Let's see, what do we need? I would like... fire arrows, if you have them. What are these?
Sometimes I wish I had the Grand Inventor among my clients. But I've heard he's not so easy to please.
Rewire tool, okay. Purchase
You
item.
won't be sorry.
And the rune... yeah.
A pleasure to do business.
The key to unlock the ticket booth. Someone took the ticket booth key off a drunk guardsman assigned to protect the carriage station. With the key, unlock the ticket booth and gain access to the money inside if you can avoid the Grand Guard. Well, I guess we'll try that. Those are regular crossbow bolts, no fire ones. Huh, okay. So I guess we've got all.
This is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
Crossbow bolts travel further. Crossbow aim is improved and stabilized. Both of these sound kind of good. It's this hardened bolt that inflicts greater damage. Incendiary bolt. Oh. Yes, we'll buy that.
I sleep in the shop most nights. The city's not safe.
So now we'll be able to
so much
buy
better just a
incendiary
decade
bolts. And I guess we'll try the extended range now. Incendiary bolt with wider radius. Actually, no, wait. Let's not go with that because we have to buy bolts still. Are those incendiary bolts? Yes. All right. That's good.
Keep to the shadows. That's my advice.
Strictly cash. Okay.
Welcome back.
I haven't even left yet, but thank you for welcoming me back. I guess it's a good customer thing. Customer service. Customer retention, I think, is what they call it. Alright. We've been quite taking our time here. Huh. Is there anything... Oh, there's a bone charmer rune. Let's just look. Powers. We have 8 runes. Wow. We can summon a shade of ourselves that attracts enemies. We can shadow walk. We could mesmerize. But then we couldn't get another one. Domino, tie targets together so they die or fall unconscious together. That sounds actually quite useful. I think I'll go with Domino and Shadow Walk. Oops, yes. Domino is very fun. Yeah, I just remember, you know, like you can have about 5 arrows or something. And so, and of course, when you shoot one with such an arrow, it alerts the ones next to it. So being able to domino them together and then just shoot one of them, you know, sounds like it's just so much more convenient for groups. Link up to 3. Links 2 human targets. Okay, that's a start. And then we can go to 3 and we can go to 4. If we spend some more on it. And Shadow Walk, I remember that was kind of nice to get past someone. So... And then we could do rat shadows, which means we can get into smaller places later, or we could improve our shadow attack to work with more enemies, or we could move faster. Okay, but we're good. And which bone charms do we have now? Let's see. Duelist's luck. Bullet packs have a slight chance of containing +1 pistol bullet. Sometimes supernatural powers. Well, I don't really use the pistol, so let's see. Slide speed is slightly faster. Drop assassination restores some mana. Maximum mana is increased. Clumsy assassin. Brief invisibility after choking or assassinating an enemy. You are louder when making noise and more visible when leaning. Nope. Your speed is increased when walking or running, but you take more damage. Yeah, we had that equipped at the start. That was not that bad. But I think I'll go with maximum mana increased. Mana, Sometimes supernatural powers consume no mana. Drinking from a fountain restores mana. I haven't seen a fountain yet. Fountain restores health. Incendiary bolt radius is slightly larger. Okay, I guess we're fine. Let's see. Mission. Enter the character and get a rewire tool and rewire the wall of light. 80 and 47 meters. 239. Wow, that's far away. And what's that guy back there? So I guess we want to get to wherever that bone charm is.
Hey, times are hard. Appreciate it. I'll let you in on a secret. I saw people coming and going recently, looking for whale oil, up to something.
Okay. So far, none of these
You watch yourself.
tips.
The Grand Guard aren't too friendly to strangers.
Yep, I noticed. Like the last time I got advice from one of these guys, it told me what I had already been told by someone else. Let's see what's... Oh. Those are those three, isn't it? I wonder...
Always conflict, power, greed, lust. For me, what I wouldn't give just to hold your hand in mine one more time.
Okay, that's not a path I can get to. And I did it too early. What are they doing back there? You know what, I'm just gonna try to get closer. Probably screw it up, but let's see. Bosses beware, when we're screwed, we multiply. they standing there? You know what, let's walk to them and see what happens. This might be one of the stupidest things I've ever done.
Who do we have here? I wonder why your face is covered, lady.
That's my business. Who are you supposed to be?
I'm Paolo. In this part of town, everything's my business. And slumming rich kids should remember all that etiquette they learned. Maybe you need another lesson. Is that what you came down here for?
Howlers don't tolerate rivals. Leave while you can.
I guess we're fighting?
That's your last mistake.
Over here! She won't go anywhere! You!
Okay, yeah, that was stupid because there's just too many of them. Okay.
Finally know your place.
Okay, that didn't work. But okay, at least I know what would have happened. Alright, let's see when I last saved. Okay, it's saved somewhere here. So I guess we can't talk to him in any sensible way. And let's see if we can get... Oh, we can get there. That's closed. Is there something here? No, that's closed as well. And you... Oh, okay. That's another infested house, I guess. Alright. Pouch. Good. 20. That's not even half the arrow I spent on shooting them. Now that I know that I can buy arrows. Jesus, don't throw them at me, game. Okay. I guess it's stuck. That's funny. You know, you've seen one of those one of these infested houses. They start looking the same. Oh. Whew. We might be running out. Died on the loo. Jesus. Tried Bloodfly husk. But at least the light still works. They have some good technology here. All right. Okay, where the heck are we? And does this get us anything? Apart from like 24 floors lower than we were before? Report all theft. Yeah, sure.
Impressive how you managed to get there. Be careful. Those people at the oil tanks might still be around.
Ah. Thank you, I guess. Glass. I'm noticing a dearth of is that how you pronounce it? A lack of what do you call the bloody things? Flammable liquids to throw. It's kind of weird that you can spin a globe everywhere just because they needed it in that first scene. Oh. That's safe has seen better times. Whoops. Hello, physics engine. Trash can soccer. Huh. Nobody's still around. Huh, interesting. Oh, down there. That's where we're getting this way. Keyhole peak. Alright. I see rats. It's an interesting detail, you know, it kind of confuses you as the player, you know. Like you see something moving, go like, is that a person? Is it not? I'm not sure. Always a neat bit.
You said whale oil. I got it for you. Not easy to pinch either.
No, you screwed up. It won't work without another tank, not enough blast. You gotta trust me on this.
All right. I don't know shit about explosives. Never said I did. I'll go out again later and find some more.
Good. You can't rush jobs like this. It takes a smooth hand.
We can't piss around here forever either. Eventually some wanker will see us and the howlers will catch wind. But I hear you. One more tank.
Oh.
I should have spat right in his eye. That's what I should have done. Next time for sure.
Where did those rats come from?
Ugh, I will never get used to it.
What the heck? Why are you going ooh? shouting about rats. Why would I?
Ugh, disgusting.
Uh-oh, I think the other one is seeing me.
Hey, you! Give us what you got! Time to die.
All right. Whew. Managed to knock both out. Okay, and I guess here's whale oil. 2 tanks. Huh. And what are you doing or keeping here? Oh, whalebone. Well, so far this is a fat load of nothing. Like I could blow something up, I guess. But that's it. Thanks, I guess. You're welcome. You helped too. Not that I quite know what this was for. But alright. So yeah.
Something and happier.
Something happier? Alright.
Dry. You really go for a whiskey or something. Maybe one of them 2-penny drinks.
Nothing really useful here. And that bone charm is in the station, apparently.
One night at the Baldy house. One night. Now I'm covered in shankers.
Oh, but we took a little damage. Okay. So, I guess this is where we will have to finish for today. Because it's that time of day. I feel a little dissatisfied because basically all I did was run around here in this starting area. Not even using anything. But hey. Could be worse. Can I craft? Oh, so how do you get bone charm crafting? Strength, vitality, reflexes, agility, bloodthirst, bone charm crafting. Oh, okay. That takes 1 rune. Okay, so I guess the next rune we find is for bone charm crafting. Otherwise it's kind of pointless to collect all this stuff. Alright. So I guess this is it. Thank you all for being here and watching. So there will be another Dishonored 2 stream next Sunday, same time, 5 PM to 9 PM Central European Summertime. Or that is 8 AM to 12 PM PDT, if that helps you any. Otherwise, do a little maths find out what that is in your time zone. Or actually just you can go below, check out the schedule on the Twitch page. Like, I think you might have to click my name to see the schedule. But anyway, yeah, you were AFK, no problem. You know, it's normal that, 4-hour stream, nobody is going to sit there watch it all the time. And you're welcome. It was fun to see the stream, to make the stream and have some people to talk to. Yeah, so, where were we? Yeah, but also, as you see with this orange special thing there, we will be having a few morning streams this week, where I'm planning to play Portal Reloaded, which is kind of a sort of fan-made Portal 3, but it's not really because, well, it's being sold on Steam. But I think it was fan-made. It wasn't from Valve themselves, I think. So I'm looking forward to trying that out, and playing that. Portal Reloaded defeated you. Yeah, I played like through the tutorial, and I'm pretty sure this will do my head in tomorrow. I'll probably just at some point go, okay, thank God this is over. Anyway, so stream tomorrow will be 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central European Summertime. That is 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. in PDT. So, if you want to be there, that is when we will be playing. Also, keep in mind, so I will be playing that game for a few days at least, I guess, unless I can get through it in 3 hours, which I don't think. And then, somewhere after that, I will probably be doing a stream where I'll be reverse engineering the original Myst, which sounds way more grand than it is, because the original Myst was written in a scripting language, so basically everything is unencrypted plaintext and fairly easy to look at everything in there. I basically had a free level editor before I even owned Myst. So if anyone is curious about finding out how that game was made and what this hypercard thing is, then that might be a good choice to watch. I will be doing the Portal thing first, so just have a peek. If you're only interested in Myst or only interested in Portal, have a peek at the stream title and see what it says, what I'm doing, if it's programming or whatever. So hopefully see some of you again then, or again on next Sunday for more Dishonored. Thank you for being here, and have a great week and a great rest of your Sunday or whatever it is now. Was great seeing you. Bye bye.